Hello and welcome in next episode of Polish Plate. And today I will introduce you two very specific dishes. The first one will be cabbage roll, known as gołąbki. We're gonna use buckwheat and mushroom for the stuffing. And the other are dumplings, but we're gonna shape them like noodles, and we call them dumplings with poppy seeds. The first step to prepare our cabbage rolls is to blanch leaves of cabbage. I choose Savoy cabbage, but you can use white classic cabbage as well. We need to cut out the core of the cabbage, so it will help release the leaves during the blanching. So, simple slice. In the end, the first leaves are already free, keep them, and now it's time to cut out the core. I'm cutting like 4 or 5 centimeters deep in the cabbage. The core is here, and now I have some boiling water. We want to put some salt for better taste. Now we need to drop all the leaves and head of the cabbage inside boiling water. They need like 3 minutes of blanching. They need to be a little bit softer than normally because we need to fold them and roll them later with our stuffing. So what I'm gonna do, I will just keep rolling the head of the cabbage in the water, and that will help release all the leaves from the cabbage. First leaves are ready. I will let it cool down completely before we're gonna shape it. And meanwhile, we can prepare our stuffing. For the stuffing, we need 4 ingredients. The first one is cooked buckwheat. I cook it in a 2:1 ratio, so it means for 1 cup of buckwheat, you need 2 cups of water. Of course, salt water. The next ingredient is just an onion. You can use shallot, you can use red onion. It's up to you. If you wanna have some garlic taste inside, you can also use it. And we have some dried mushrooms. I soaked them overnight and I already cooked them for 15 minutes, but you have to keep the cooking liquid because it's full of flavor, almost like a stock.
Traditionally, gołąbki, stuffed cabbage rolls, are served with a meat filling. However, during the winter season, and especially at Christmas time in Poland, we prepare a version with mushrooms and buckwheat. To make it, you will need 1 head of cabbage, 200 grams of buckwheat groats, 2 onions, 30 grams of dried mushrooms, pre-soaked, oil for frying, 400 milliliters of vegetable broth, salt and pepper to taste.
So, let's start. The first step is to chop the onion. Onion is chopped, now it's time for the mushrooms. You want to squeeze them out a little bit of the water, but keep the water for later, and chop them really fine. It's very important to do it this way because we want to have strong mushroom taste all around our filling. I'm using wild dry mushroom. This one is boletus, but you can feel free if you have chanterelle or maybe you get even champignon, the basic one, you can use it. They will fit it perfectly here. The dry mushrooms, like this one, they have very strong and specific taste because of the drying process. So, the mushrooms are chopped, onion is chopped, now it's time to prepare the stuffing. And I'm using quite a lot of oil. This dish is meatless, so to have nice full taste, we need to put enough fat there so the taste can combine together. I'm starting with the onion and now the mushrooms. I will fry it until the onion and the mushroom will be golden brown and full of aroma. Our caramelized onion with mushroom is ready, beautiful golden brown, full of aroma. Now it's time to combine the main ingredient for the stuffing. So cooked buckwheat, I'm just drop it here. And the very important step, use cooking liquid from the mushrooms. You can add some seasoning, salt and pepper. If you like some herbs, feel free to choose your favorite one. I'm keep it simple, like traditional way, like my grandma used to make it. And now we wanna fry it a few more minutes till the water and the cooking liquid will evaporate. So the next step is to blend our stuffing a little bit. As you know, cooked buckwheat is very runny. There is no stickiness inside, so I will use hand blender to make it more creamy. As you see, the blending trick always helps to stuffing keeps together, especially when you make cabbage rolls, when you make, for example, dumplings. That small trick that improve your technique. I will just put some more seasoning. So more salt, more pepper, quick mixing, and it's ready to next step. The other thing we have to do now is to prepare the cabbage leaves. As you see, our cabbage leaf have big core here, the vein, so we have to cut it out, trim it off. It will make leaf more flat and it will help with the rolling. So the leaves are ready. I keep the smaller leaves and the leaves who are broken to lay them on the bottom of a baking dish. That will prevent them from burning in the oven. Time to roll our cabbage. To help rolling the gołąbki, take outside part of the leaves and lay it down on cutting board. Now it's time for stuffing, like 2 full tablespoons. Take sides together and roll it tightly like that. The last roll is ready. Now it's time to pack all of them tightly in the baking dish. It's very important so they don't fall apart. Last step is to pour some stock. I have vegetable stock. I will pour around 1 cup. So the liquid will be more or less 1/3 the height of the rolls. And that's it. Now we have to bake it. We're gonna bake it in 180 degrees for an hour. Our cabbage rolls are in the oven. We wait almost 1 hour when they're ready. It's time for the sauce. We're gonna use sourdough. This one is more liquid. We have 9 parts of water and 1 part of flour. Normally when you use sourdough for the bread, it's half-half almost. In Poland we use this kind of sourdough for soup called żurek. It will give nice acidity to the flavor.
Żur is a traditional soup made with a simple sourdough base, which we'll use here as the base for the sauce. You will need 250 millimeters of żur sourdough, 100 millimeters of vegetable broth, marjoram, salt and pepper to taste.
So first step, we need to combine all the ingredients inside our sauce pot. We have our sourdough, and when you use the sourdough, be sure you mix it well before you pour it. Some vegetable stock and of course some marjoram. That's must-have seasoning with sourdough. Now I will turn on the heat on the stove and let it cook for 5 minutes for the thickness and for the taste. Remember, there is flour inside that sauce, so keep stirring it on the bottom of your sauce pot with the whisk. It will help and prevent from burning and sticky. We will have nice, creamy and thick sauce. After a while, you can see the sauce get right thickness from the rye flour from our sourdough starter. There is nice aroma of majoram. I will just add some seasoning to it. Simply salt and pepper. And that's it. Keep it warm until gołąbki are ready, and we're gonna serve it and plate it very soon. One hour is gone, time to take out gołąbki from the oven and plate them. Look at that. The aroma is so beautiful. Caramelized cabbage with some buckwheat, classic dried forest mushrooms, all together gives you beautiful and aromatic dish. And now it's time to plate. We're gonna take out some of rolls. I'm choosing for more caramelized. That's the best for me. And some nice creamy sauce based on sourdough. So we have beautiful sweet buckwheat, cabbage and sour sauce. That's classic combination, and it's made very often for holiday and for Christmas. Some parsley for decoration, and that's it. Our gołąbki with buckwheat, mushroom, caramelized cabbage and sourdough sauce ready. Smells beautiful, looks very colorful and amazing, and I hope you will like this recipe. So let's go with the next dish for today. That's noodles with poppy seeds and some dry fruits. In Poland, we eat it as dessert, especially for the Christmas and for the Easter, but you can make it any day. It's very simple to prepare, and you need just few ingredients. We're gonna start with the dough. We need all-purpose flour, we need an egg, some warm water and pinch of salt. We're just gonna combine all ingredients for the dough. And for the poppy seed mass, we need minced and ground poppy seeds, which is ground and steamed before. We get some chopped almonds, some walnuts, dried plums, and some dried cranberries. And to make it more sweet and more creamy, we're gonna have some cream. This one is 36% fat, and some honey.
This traditional dessert isn't widely known across Poland, but is often eaten during the holiday season in Kujawy, a north-central region of the country. To prepare these dumplings with poppy seeds, you'll need 320 grams of flour, 115 milliliters of warm water, 1 egg, oil, salt, 300 grams of ready-made poppy seed filling, dried plums, cranberries, nuts, and 100 grams of 36% cream.
The first step for today is to make our noodles dough. We're gonna combine all ingredients together. After that, we're gonna let it rest for 30 minutes and we're gonna cook it in a salted water. Flour first. Then I will crack 1 egg. I'm gonna give a pinch of salt. And warm water. So I will mix it together to combine all the ingredients, and after that we will knead it on our bench. The kneading is a very important process. It will help gluten to develop, and it will take around 5 minutes. The dough looks quite dry at the beginning, but don't worry, You need some time so all the flour and all the liquid and egg can combine together. If it's too dry, you can always add a splash of water, and if it's too runny, too sticky, you can always dust a little bit of flour. Our dough is well kneaded. I will let it rest for around 30 minutes covered with cloth, and now we have time to prepare our poppy seed base with some fruits. Let's go with the poppy seed base. I'm using today ground poppy seed, which is already steamed. I have almonds. I will drop them to the hot pan, and I have some walnuts. I will keep few for decoration, and the rest I'm chop it. Just like that, not too small. And we're gonna roast them on the pan. That will give another layer of flavor. The dish is very simple, so we need to improve the taste of our noodles. It will take a few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, for nice color, and meanwhile we can prepare the base. So the big bowl, I will start with the main ingredients. Then I will add splash of water just to give some moisture. Then honey. For sweetness, this is really old traditional dessert in Poland. You don't have to be too sweet, just 2 tablespoons. The cream, that's very important ingredient here. It will bind all the flavors together. And now it's time to mix it a little bit. And control the texture. If it's too dry, add some more water. Alright, nuts are ready. I'm adding them straight to our poppy seed. You can already feel very nice and beautiful aroma. The cranberry, dry one. That's the classic ingredients for the dish. If you like, for example, pecan nuts, you like pistachios, you can use whatever you feel, and stay with the classic traditional recipe. And for the end, some prawns, but I will chop them briefly for the smaller pieces like that. If you like apricots, feel free to add them. And that's it, very rustic style, simple poppy seed base for our noodles. This you can use as well for the filling, for the cakes. If you make dumplings, you can make sweet dumplings with that kind of poppy seed base. Our dough is ready, well rested, it will be easy to roll it out. I will roll it for around 5 mm thickness, and I'm gonna cook it in salted water. The dough is rolled out, now it's time for cutting. I will make like strips, more or less this size. Whenever they cut, be sure there is enough flour so they will don't stick together. And that's typical size for the noodles. If you want to make it a different way, feel free. You can make squares, you can make almost like spaghetti. It's up to you. Just remember to separate them so they don't stick during the cooking. And now just a little bit salt inside our hot boiling water. The next step is to boil them in salted water. It will take like 5 minutes, and same like before. Let them cook, and when they start floating, turn the heat a little bit lower, let them simmer for 2-3 more minutes. Our noodles are ready. It's time to combine them together with the poppy seeds. So let's strain the noodles straight to the poppy seeds. It can be eaten like hot or cold, it's up to you. Normally the dish is made for Christmas, so our mothers used to make it few days in advance. And time to mix. The smell is amazing, the aroma of poppy seeds, the roast nuts and some dry fruits. The cream gives nice texture to it. And that's it. That's very simple, rustic, traditional Polish dessert. Cherry on a pie, few walnuts for decoration. And that's it. Traditional, classic Polish dessert with noodles with poppy seeds, eaten very often for Christmas and for Easter, but I hope you will make it more often, not only for that special days. That's it for today. We get beautiful cabbage rolls, we have amazing Polish classic dessert with some noodles and poppy seeds. I hope you enjoy this recipe and see you next time in Polish Plate.